Hello friends, it's Becky. Welcome back to my channel. On my channel, I am going through my good midlife crisis where I am journeying through my 40s, working oh so hard to get my poop in a group. And in order to do this, I have been working on my physical, my financial, and my mental health. And today's video is going to be a financial health check-in. Today, I am going to be budgeting out the money that you see above my head, $2,929.42. This is a combination of my paycheck and then some rollover from last week. How this works is I get paid every other week, and then whatever is left over, I typically roll over from week to week until the end of a month. And typically, this is the last week of the month for me, but I will be rolling it over because obviously I only get paid every other week and I get paid today. So I have to roll money into next week or I won't have any money to budget next week. Um, but at the end of the month, I close out my budget to the best of my ability. I do a little math ahead of time to know what I need to roll into the next week to cover next week's bills. But whatever is left over at the end of this week, because it's the last week of the month, we get to put toward extra debt payments. So today is the day I get to do an extra debt payment. Um, it's the end of the month for me, but it's also going to be in the first of the month because this week for me goes from October the 27th, which is today, until November the 2nd. So it goes into the first of the month. And so I'm going to cover all the first of the month bills and cover most of my sinking funds for the beginning of November. That makes my brain hurt. I can't believe it's November. I can't believe it's November. But I say that at the beginning of every month because somehow this entire year has like just completely sped. I have no idea. No idea how it's the end of the year. So it is 2 o'clock. It's way later than I normally do these budget videos. I normally do my YNAB videos like first thing on Friday morning, but everything was conspiring against me. And so instead of doing a frustrated, tried to rush through my video, I decided to just stop, calm down, do all the things that needed to be done in the morning, and then film this video for y'all on my lunch hour instead of doing, because and I'm sorry, Nathan is working because again, this is my lunch hour. So, and I work from home, and so does he. I'm so sorry if you hear a guy talking in the background, but we work from home, and it's kind of like we're in completely different rooms, but there's not a lot of walls and doors and stuff in this house. So sometimes you might hear somebody talking. That's just my roommate. Anyway, so what was I gonna say? Hi, if you're new, welcome. I'm Becky. I'm slightly chaotic. I am starting to realize I'm not normally chaotic. Like I really am not, I promise. But just this has just been a month, y'all. I've had a month. And today everything was conspiring to like try to ruin my day and I was like, "No. I'm not going to let that happen. It's Friday and I'm going to have a good day. I'm just determined." My computer needed to update, my software needed to update, I had a lot of videos on my computer that I needed to pull off and like put onto my backup, and that was going slowly because I did my November budget setup. I had all the food videos, I had all of my weigh-in videos, I had all that stuff, and I needed to put it onto my backup. So it was lagging down my computer. I needed to do all those updates, and then it was like 7:40, and I was like, it's the beginning of the month. Look at all the things we have to budget out today, y'all. Look at all that. There's no way I'm going to do all of that and then still have time to go heat up my breakfast, check in with my mom, because I do call my mom every morning, just check in and say good morning, make sure everything's okay, um, and get to work by 8 o'clock. Like, I just don't have time to do a good video for y'all without rushing through it and do all of that stuff. So I decided to pause, do all that stuff, and then come back and pause and do this video for y'all at 2 o'clock. So I'm going to shrink myself up into the corner. Hopefully I won't be itty bitty teeny Becky today. And then we'll get started without any further ado. Let's do the things. So here we go. Let's get started. Okay, I'm back. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's actually a couple of hours later. Um, Nathan actually ended up having to have like an emergency work meeting, and it was, I mean, he's not like a super loud guy, but there's just no walls. So it was kind of distracting for me. So I didn't want it to be distracting for you. So I decided to just wait and do this video after work. So again, in an effort to give you the best video I can. So let's go ahead and get started on budgeting. here we go with what I have to do. As you can see, $2,929.42 is what we have to work with today, and I am going to start with covering my usual 5 categories. If you've missed the last week or two, you're used to me doing 4 categories. Welcome back. Thanks for coming back to me. But I added a coffee category. I am trying to track how much money I'm spending on coffee. Spoiler, it's way more than it should be. I really need to figure this out. But I haven't been spending money on dining out, so I feel like it's kind of evening out. But this is the last week that I'm going to be putting $50 into my dining out. After this week, starting in November, I'm going to be lowering that to only $40 a week. So that's kind of how I'm trying to balance that out. Let's see how I do. So this week is going to get $50 for dining out. That's what I give myself every week. And look at how much money I have in dining out. In case you're not familiar with it, I have been doing a dine at home challenge. I can't tell if you can see this because I can't see me, but eat at home is my challenge that I'm doing for the month of October. It's been going really well. Um, Somehow I got really sick on Saturday, like last Saturday, and I don't know how, I don't know what happened. It wasn't like a cross-contamination sick, it was like a full-on celiac attack sick. And I don't know what happened. But I was sick. Um, and I cooked it myself and it was all gluten free. I don't know what happened. I have celiac, by the way, if you're new, welcome. I was just diagnosed last year, so I'm still learning the ropes, but I feel like I've gotten it down pretty well, and somehow I still made myself sick. Groceries, I gave myself $100 a week, which I have been using all of that money because I've been eating at home. Fun money, I give myself $10 a week. If I don't spend it, it just builds up until I find something I want to do. Ecclesial expenses, $60 a week is what I do here. This is my church donation. I do $40 toward the donation and then $20 if we go out for a meal afterwards. If we don't, I just pull that money back into my budget. That is specifically for that meal. As part of my dining out for my eat at home challenge, this does count toward a meal out. I'm allowed to eat twice a week out eat out twice a week. I did eat out on Tuesday, so and I plan to eat out tonight on Friday night, so that's my twice for this week. But then next week, if I eat on Sunday, that will be once for that week, and I don't know if I will or not. Coffee, I'm giving myself $15 a week to load onto my Dutch Brothers app. I didn't use all of my money last week. I still have about $8 left on there. I only got one coffee last week. So I do still have it, and that includes tipping. I do tip on that app as well. So um, I have $8 on there. So this 15 I'll load on there on top of that. We'll see how that goes. Gas, it is a paycheck week, so I will put an additional $50 on here. And and then self care, it is a paycheck week. I will put my $25. So gas and self care, I fill those on paycheck weeks. The rest of the ones that I just did, I fill every single week, whether it's a paycheck week or not. They get their allotted amounts, and it's the same amount every week. Um, those are my regular expenses. Who's surprised that Becky still can't use a trackpad? Nobody is. Okay, then since it's the beginning of a new month, I'm going to go ahead into November and fill my monthly expenses for this section. Every month, I give myself $50 for my pet expenses. That's for my 2 dogs and my kitty cat. That is for their food, their toys, or whatever they need, scratch pads. I give myself $50 for household expenses. That's for paper towels, toilet paper, toothpaste, hair shampoo, whatever I need for my house. It's like things you would buy at a grocery store that are not groceries, typically, is what that stuff is. I give myself $100 for gifts and giving, birthdays, and just little treats that you want to do for somebody while you're out. My love language is like doing things for people. I love to do things for people. I give myself $25 a month for budgeting. I am going to do $30 this month just because I know I messed up. If you watched my November budget setup, when I ordered my budget stickers from Life in Envelopes, which is where I do my budget stickers, I ordered two. Well, these aren't even them. I don't know what I did with them. They're normally here. But I was so frustrated at myself. I don't even know what I did with them. But I ordered the wrong stickers. So I ordered two I just threw my whole thing. Y'all, I'm having a day and I am determined to not have a bad day. I'm absolutely determined to not have a bad day, but it's like everything is conspiring against me. Anyway, I don't know where they are, but these stickers, like these, I ordered 2 sets of these for November and I did not order the like budget header stickers. And so I need to order my November budget header stickers, but I am waiting until I order my December stickers so I don't have to pay extra shipping. So I'm going to put an extra $5 in here to cover those. So I'm giving myself $30. Give me 1 second. I'm not gonna pause it. I'm just gonna bend down and pick up my book because I just threw it on the floor. Oh no! This is why I was saying I need bigger rings when I order next year's, not order, but like when I buy rings for next year, I'm gonna buy bigger rings. Okay. I don't know where they are, but I'll find them later. They're probably sitting in my den where I normally sit and do my budgeting stuff because that's probably where I was when I was like, these are the wrong stickers. Nope, here they are. They're right here. So I got 2 of them and they're pretty. Look at those colors. Aren't they so pretty? I just got 2 of them. So I don't need 2 of these. I needed one of the other budgeting stickers. Okay, that's what I needed to fill here. Now we're going to go back to October and we're going to cover my bills. If you're new, welcome. Thanks for clicking on this. Uh, clicking on this video and checking me out. My name is Becky. I do budgeting. Sometimes I'm a little bit chaotic. Always I talk a lot. And I use this app that you see. This is YNAB. It stands for You Need a Budget. And this is a very, very awesome way of keeping track of your money if you do not use cash. If you are a digital spender like I am, and like I know a lot of people are. This is very similar to the cash envelope way, like the envelope way of doing your bills. You create your categories, you assign a specific amount of money that you want to spend in each of those categories, and you put that money in there. And when that envelope is empty, you're out of money for that section. You can choose to move money from one section to another if you want to, but just know if I decide to move money out of my fun money into my dining out money, I no longer have money in my fun money section. So that's a choice that I would make, and I sometimes do. Um, but then I don't have it in this section anymore, so I can't do it. I can't use it from there. Um, just as if I had pulled actual physical cash out of one envelope and put it into another envelope. It's very similar to that system. It's just digital. Um, and this app has changed my life. And from what I have heard from other people who use it, it has changed their lives as well. So if you are interested in trying it out, there is a link in my description box below that will get you 34 days for free. There is no obligation to sign up. You don't even put in your credit card information when you sign up for the trial. So they can't charge you. If you decide you don't like it, it's not for you, they can't they can't charge you because you forgot to cancel it. It just goes away. But if you do decide you like it after the 34 days or at any point in during the 34 days and you do sign up for it, if you've used my link, you'll get an additional 30 days for free. So you'll get 64 days for free. And then as a thank you, YNAB will give me 30 days for free. So you get 64 days for free. I get 30 days for free. Everybody gets YNAB and everybody has better control over their finances. I will try to point out a couple of features as we go along. One of them is if you are overspent, they will draw your attention to it. And this is not actually overspent. This is just because I have things set up on auto pay, which is another way my day tried to be ruined today. But I have things set up on auto pay, and some of them auto draft today on the 27th. And so YNAB knows that the 27th is the day that those bills pay. And it's just like, hey, things came out today and you don't have any money assigned to those categories. So I'm just going to go assign money to those categories. Like I said, normally I do this first thing in the morning on Fridays, not at 5:30 at night on Fridays. So, as I mentioned, I believe I mentioned, it's been a couple of hours for me. It's been like a minute for you, so you'll know if I did it. This week goes from the 27th through the 2nd. I know I said that already. So the 27th, I have to pay my water bill, which is $102.58. I normally budget $120, but since my water bill is due like I think on the 29th, which is Sunday, I already know exactly how much it is. So I'm only going to put the 102.58 in there. Seth's car payment, I am actually so far ahead that it's not going to auto draft anything, but I'm going to go ahead and fill the whole 325.27, which is the full amount that we pay. It's his minimum payment due and then the extra payment. Because if you're new, Seth is a friend of mine who took over a car payment when, as I mentioned, I am going through a good midlife crisis and I'm trying to get my poop in a group. Before I did that, before I found YNAB, before I started to try to get my finances in order, I made horrible financial decisions. One of those was financing a second car in my name. I did this for my niece. I couldn't afford the car. There was no way I could afford this car. She moved out. She couldn't afford the car. And Seth is a church member, a friend who took over car payments for me. The car is still in my name. We refinanced it, and the payments went down by $55.42 a month, which is not a ton, but it was a much better interest rate. And so he pays me the full amount, the previous amount that it was, plus his car insurance every month, because since it's in my name, I have to insure it. He pays me that amount every month, so you'll see that come into my budget. I think he paid me last week, 2 weeks ago. I can't remember when he paid me. He paid me 2 weeks ago for it. That comes into my budget. And then I make those payments every month. So I pay $325.27 every month to that car, and since I'm so far ahead, there's no actual minimum payment. I just have to log in and pay that today. Um, anyway, but it's like I set it up as a recurring payment in YNAB, so it thinks that $269.85 was drafted from my account today, which is why it was showing red. The other thing that it thinks came out today was my mom's phone bill. I do pay some bills for my mom. If you are wondering about that, I did talk very extensively about that in my November setup budget, my November budget setup video that I will link in the description box below. It is $61.07, not $61.79. I need to fix my target. Targets are when you tell YNAB how much money you want for each category, and then you can just hit the underfunded button. So I go ahead and I'm going to update that finally. I haven't done it. Every month I say I need to fix it, so now I did. I finally fixed it. Rent is this month. I owe Nathan. Nathan is my roommate slash landlord slash best friend that I have lived with for like 10 years and is awesome and gives me super low rent. I rent a room from him. In his house. The actual amount that I owe him is $534.75, I think. Let me actually check that, make sure that didn't change. I'm going to log into Splitwise, which is the app that we use to keep track of how much I owe him. I should have done this before I started filming, but I want to, not that I don't love hanging out with y'all, but I still need to edit this and then go to dinner. Edit this and then upload it, and then I want to go to dinner and I'm hungry. And I don't even know I don't know that I've ever logged into Splitwise from my phone. That's not my password. I'm just gonna do it from here. And if I have to cut that out, I will. What's my 532.75? Is that what I said? Yes. Did I? 532.75. Oh, I owe him $2 less than I thought I did. 532.75. Why 532.75? And now my pen is gone too. Well, I done lost my pen. Got it. How are y'all doing? I hope y'all have had a good week. So this week has definitely been better than last week. I know if you watched last week's video, I was saying I was having a rough week. This week is definitely, or I think that was Monday's video when I was doing my weigh-in, definitely having a better week than I was having last week. I'm just tired. I woke up early. Nathan's car wasn't working. He's been working on getting it fixed. He got it fixed. But it means we've been having to drive back and forth to get different parts for it and get up early to take him to the train because he works downtown when he has to go in, and he had to go in 3 times this week, of course, when his car wasn't working. Um, it's just, I'm just tired. And like I said, everything has been trying to ruin my day, and I am determined to have a good day because it's Friday. Tomorrow is my baby Joe's birthday party. He's going to be 1. Oh my goodness. Well, he's not going to be 1 until Tuesday. His birthday is actually on Halloween, but I can't believe he's like 1 already. I have no idea how that's happening. I have no idea how that's happening. The other 2 bills that I have to pay are my insurance and my mom's insurance, and they are both going to be on the 1st. So let's go back into November and pay the bills for my insurance and mom's insurance. So mom's insurance is 104.92. So we're going to hit that underfunded button. See if you have it a target set up, you can just hit that button that says underfunded and it'll automatically pull in. And then my car insurance, y'all, I have no idea why my car insurance is so much. It's $267.56. 267.56 actually. That is crazy to me. That is so much money. For 2 I mean, it is for 2 cars, and they are both technically financed because my car is collateral for my debt consolidation that I did, but that's still so much money. That's so much money, right? I feel like that's so much money. Like, I don't know anybody else who pays that much money for car insurance. I mean, I do have really good car insurance. Like, I do have very high coverage, but I just feel like that's so much money. I don't know. That's it. Those are all the bills I have to pay. And then I've covered all of my envelopes and all of my bills. So now we get to do the fun parts, okay? Those are the not so fun parts, but now we get to do the fun parts. So the fun parts for me for budgeting are my sinking funds, my savings, and then my extra debt payments. Extra debt payments aren't necessarily fun because who wants to have debt, but it is fun to get rid of the debt, right? Like I don't want debt, I want to get rid of the debt. So at the end of the month, we already did the extra debt payment for Seth because I just put the whole thing in there. So it's at $55.42 is the extra debt payment for Seth's car because, like I said, it was previously the 325.27. It's now 269.85, and we do the 55.42 extra every month. So that is the extra debt payment for his car. For my debt consolidation, I have not, for the most of the time of this debt consolidation, have not been able to make extra debt payments to it. I've only been able to make the minimum payment of $167. Let me tell y'all what, I don't make minimum debt payments. No, sorry, Bob. My minimum payment is $166.98. I'm making an extra 2-cent payment every month, just so you know. I'm not making minimum payments, okay? Just keep that in mind. But I am only making $167 payments. But the last 2 months, I have been able to make extra debt payments, and I am so, so excited. By 2 months, I mean September and now October. So let's go ahead and make my extra debt payment. I am going to add an extra $170. So that's a total of $337 to my debt consolidation loan. Is that a ton? No, but it's more than I was making previously, so I'm very excited about my extra debt payment. Maybe I should save that for Transfer Tuesday. I'm not saving it, I'm paying it now. But maybe I should be doing these on Transfer Tuesdays. I don't know, whatever, I'm doing it. I'm paying it now. Anyway, that's my extra debt. And then let's go down to my savings. For savings, I am putting $100 more into my emergency fund. Oh, I'm going to do that in November, but I am for this week. So I'm doing the 52-week savings challenge. I do $53 every paycheck. I'm doing it backwards and forwards. First week of the year, last week of the year, $53. Second to last week of the year, second week of the year, $53. It just works out to $53 every paycheck. And then I am doing for my baby Joe, who is my great nephew, the one that's fixing to turn 1. I save his age. I've been saving $1 a week, even though he isn't quite yet a year old. I'm still saving $1 because I don't want to save $0 since he was 0. So that's $2 every paycheck. So I'm going to add $2. Next time I save this, He will actually be one. So I can't say he's not a year old yet anymore. Next time. That's it for this. Now everything else I save, everything else I do is going to be in November. So come with me into November, y'all. We're so close to November. So now I'm going to add $100 to my emergency fund. Y'all, it's little, but it's getting there. Now I have a whole $300 in my emergency fund. I'll take it. Now I'm going to do my sinking funds. So I don't have, I have quite a few sinking funds. I was going to say I don't have a lot, but I do have some. So sinking funds, what I have $5 toward Costco, which will be my next year's Costco renewal. I have registration and inspection. So I did just do my registration and inspection. So many of my things are due in October. My Power Suite, which is my video editing software, my Costco, my registration and inspection, my Find Me Gluten Free, all of those things are due in October. So everything hits this month. I think my YNAB used to be due in October, but thanks to you wonderful people who tried it out and liked it and subscribed, it's actually not due until like May, I think. So thank you all to who have tried it out and have I have gotten the free membership, the free months of membership. I appreciate you all so much because that does help me. I think it's, well, let's do YNAB next so we can see how much that saves me. $10.50 a month that saves me. So I appreciate all of you who have done that because it saved me $10.50 a month. Stuff I forgot to budget for. Y'all, I haven't touched my stuff I forgot to budget for yet. And Libby, I saw your challenge and I am considering your challenge about doing half of my November dining out budget in cash. The problem for me is I am so bad with cash, like so bad with cash, that I am really terrified that if I pull it out in cash, I'm gonna spend it. Um, I think the reason I've been able to stop really spending the stuff I forgot to budget for is because I haven't been pulling it out in cash, and I've been really good about not spending my dining out money because I haven't been, it's not in cash. For me, if it's in cash, it's just gone. Um, I'm considering it, but I'm really concerned. I might try it. I might try it for a month and see how it works, but I'm really concerned that if I pull it out in cash, I'm just gonna blow it because the reason I don't do cash budgeting is because I'm just really bad with cash. Like to me, cash has no meaning. I just spend it. Um, and I know that's backwards to the way a lot of people are with their budgets. A lot of people feel like cash has a lot more meaning to them, and this when they have a card, they just swipe and it doesn't mean anything. I can't explain it. I don't know why to me it's backwards from that, but to me, cash means nothing. I'll just spend the cash because the money to me that's real is the money in the bank account. The money that's in cash is just to spend. I can't explain that. So, but I might do the half of my dining out in cash just to try it, just to try it. We'll see. But I did see your comment. So I'll try it. Okay, where am I? Mom's utilities. This is where I am trying to save up, and I think I'm going to try to call and get my mom on the Keep It Full plan now that I have $400 in there for her. Holiday giving is for, go ahead, go ahead. Holiday giving is for holiday giving. I am going to put $85 in here. My goal, if you missed my November budget setup, is to get the majority of my holiday giving done by the end of November. So hopefully I will get that done. My car registration. Oh, this is where I was before I got distracted myself. $18.75. I did register and inspect my car this month. So vacation is going to be getting $50, I believe. And then at the end of the month, I am going to be putting an additional $100 in here because I have a trip, a church retreat coming up that I'm going to be taking my mom to. It's here in Texas. It's not super far away, but it is going to require a 2-night hotel stay. It's just going to be one room. My mom and I will share a room, but I am going to put an extra $100 in here just to make sure I have it covered. Power Director Suite, that is my video editing software. That is going to be $10.85, I believe. Nope, it's $8.75. Look at that. That's all I need. So, one of the things about YNAB that I love is if you tell it how much money you need by the date that you need it by. So, my renewal will be $104.99 on October 1st. So, I told it how much I need, and it tells me how much I need to set aside to save that money. I probably need to put tax in there. How much would that be with tax? 104.99 because I didn't pay that. I got it on a discount this year. 104.99. So, all of you truly OG people may remember when I first set up my hotkeys way back in the day, and I was super proud of myself because I play Sims and I like set them up to be the same as the speed keys for Sims, and then I started typing and pause and unpause my video. I just did that. I just did that because my hotkey for pausing and unpausing my video is the asterisk button, and the times button for multiply is the asterisk button. And I just did that. Now, I haven't done that in a long time. So, I'm going to update my goal to be $115 for this, just so it's a little bit more accurate. Um, so now I need $9.59 in this category. So I'm going to just update this. $9.59 is what it's going to ask me for every month. So that's just another feature of YNAB that is super useful and helpful. So if you tell it how much you need and the date you need it by, it will tell you how much you need every month in order to reach that goal. If you miss a month, it will automatically do the math for you and then tell you going forward how much you need. And if you put an extra 1 month, it'll remath the rest of it for you. It's just super useful. Okay. What else? Where else am I? I need clothes. I put $25 a month in here because I need to start buying more clothes. Like I really probably need to start putting more money into this category, which is it's a problem. It's a fantastic problem to have, but it is a problem. My pants are starting to fall off. I'm very, very happy with this problem, but I need new pants. And plus size jeans are not cheap because I am still very plus sized. I mean, I'm over 250 pounds, but I'm not a size 26 anymore. I'm more like a 22. Um, and the 26s are not really staying up. I'm having problems. So anyway, I need to buy clothes. I did buy some recently at the outlet mall, but those were mostly shirts because I tried to buy what was on clearance. And it was summertime, so summertime stuff's on clearance right now, but I need some jeans. Any hoodle, where are we? We are going to put some money into car maintenance. And I will find that in just 1 second when my eyeballs adjust. Car maintenance. You know, when I'm watching these back, I'm always like, it's right there, Becky. Why can't you find it? And I'm sure y'all are doing the same thing to me. But when I'm looking for it, I can't ever find it, like ever. And I am going to rearrange these to where they actually make more sense to me. But for right now, I can't find a thing. I don't know where it is. Oh, anyway. Okay, it's right here. Okay, so $50 in car maintenance. And I think that's everything. Yep. I have $20 more than I think I should. Why do I have more money than I should? What did I forget? I don't know. I put everything in there. Okay, I'm gonna call that a good budget and we're gonna go home. So, y'all, my debit card updated like a couple of weeks ago. They sent me my new debit card with the new expiration date and all that fun stuff. And it's the same number, so I didn't even think about it. Except for it's got a new security code and it's got a new expiration date. So I woke up to your payment was declined for your internet bill. And I was like, that's not possible. I have plenty of money. Like, I have money in my checking account. How did that happen? Yeah, because I didn't think about it. It auto debits from my debit card. And then I was like, oh shoot, what else do I have? My water bill, my mom's phone bill, my utility, that's my water bill. I had so many things that had to go in my Cinemark subscription. So many things that had to go in today and update my bills on. And then also I got a new card, the one that my text tag updates on. I just went to Houston this weekend. I have so many bills. I have so many tolls that are going to be on my text tag that I have to get that updated. It's such a hassle. Like, it's so cool to have an auto pay, but when something updates, you have to remember to go in and update everywhere your card. So that was just one of the things today. Oh, y'all. Okay, it's 6 o'clock and I'm done. So, what I do with the money that's left is I'm going to roll this into week one because next week will be week one of November. So, I'm going to assign this $296.43 and 43 cents to go. Mm, let's undo what I just did. Plus 0.43. That's going to be my budget for week one of November. And we're done. Everything has been assigned. Y'all, I would just like to point out my age of money and my days of buffering. I'm just going to say, yay me. I'm very happy with this. I haven't paid my rent yet, but most of my big bills have been paid, so I'm very excited about that. We will see how long this lasts. Like, check back next Friday. Come back next Friday, y'all. See how I'm doing on my days of buffering. And then next weekend, I think I'll be here by myself for the most part. And maybe, no promises, but maybe I'll have time to make y'all a toolkit video. Don't hold me to that, but maybe it will happen. So keep your eyes open for that. Make sure you subscribe. So when that happens, you will know. Okay, y'all, I love you. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up on your way out and hit that subscribe button so you can follow me on this or any of my other journeys. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.